burning through. What they're feeling, all of which you have
catches bullets with his teeth? Please.
Well. Good morning. Oh, that chick, yo. I got mad respect for you, yo. Mad respect. Every morning you be on that coffee, you be on that breakfast. You see, I told y'all yesterday that breakfast was my kryptonite. I love a good breakfast spot. I love a home-cooked breakfast because it feels like family to me. I don't know. It's just a feeling that I had at such a young age that the moments of joy always seem to center around food. So I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. Toronto Riggins, what's good? D-Rob, my guy. What up, Mo? What up? Just want to do a quick check-in this morning. Well, maybe not a quick check-in, but a little check-in, none the least. How's everybody doing? I know my guy D-Rob was kind of going through some stuff, and we're going to work all that out. But just want to check in and see how everybody else is doing. We talking about a lot of complicated stuff, man. We talking about a lot of deep-seated issues, and we unearthing some stuff, and we doing it every day. So it's this constant needling, it's constant pressure that's, being applied that normally would not be applied. So I just want to make sure everybody's go, okay, that's your that's still kicking. All right. Still kicking, that's good. Because sometimes, man, y'all know how it is. You be coming home from work, you'll be fine, and then you turn on your street and you start thinking about 26,000 things. Thoughts just flowing through your mind, left and right. You lay in the bed at night and you can't go to sleep because your thoughts are racing through your mind. You can't turn your brain off. What up, boo? You can't turn it off, man. And sometimes it's hard to sleep. It's hard to get peace because your mind is constantly going. And sometimes it's no rhyme or reason. There was no one trigger that did it. You were just driving and boom. You were just walking and boom. A phone call came through and boom. And now you feeling away and don't know why you feeling away. Happens all the time to everybody. Which is why I'm famous for saying different people bring different things out of you. Different people bring different things out of you. And I think a lot of times it's really based on the feeling you get when you're around people. It's an amazing thing. So as we get started today, I just want to welcome everybody to another morning motivation, where we are building community, expanding our thoughts, and getting our day started on the right foot. I'm your host, Jamon, and I'm excited that you came through. And as you're coming through, go ahead and hit that like button. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you're feeling us. Get into the chat. Be a part of the community. Let us get to know you. as well. D-Rob said, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Well, hopefully, man, today's show maybe sheds a little bit more light onto it. Maybe today's show, because today's show is the last one for the week. I have to be on the job this time tomorrow morning, and I gotta drive about an hour some change to get there. So tomorrow's gonna be an early day for me, so we will definitely not be having a show unless y'all want to do it at 5 a.m. Nah. I think y'all deserve a feel-good Friday off. I know I do. So today, man, I want to talk about, we're still on that fear path. We're still talking about getting free. Once you've been through the therapy, once you've gotten past the coaching and you understand that I need to make some changes. If I want to see my life get better, I must do something different. Because insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, right? If you do what you always done, you'll get what you always got. I know that's not proper grammar, but I don't care. But that's the way it is. So, yesterday we did a lot. We gave basically 4 steps yesterday to actually breaking free from it. And the first one was identifying your fears. I love it. What up, D-Rob? Doing good, bro. Doing good. Identifying those fears. Challenging the negative thoughts. And actually visualizing the success that you would want to have. Then taking small steps. Those are the 4 steps we talked about yesterday. Today, we're going to talk about something just a little bit. It's not different. It's really right along the same lines. And it is more along a fear that I had early on. Does anybody know what a late bloomer is? Has anybody ever heard the term late bloomer? Late bloomer. Does anybody know what a late bloomer is? Let's pull that down real quick. The term late bloomer.
How the fuck we pay car insurance every month? Still got paid.
Bloomer for a while, and it terrified me. It scared me actually. It was one of my greatest fears. That I think about it. Because if you go back to my attachment style, I'm a dismissive avoidant. As a matter of fact, just for those who might be passing through, Kay said, yep, I consider myself one. What up, Kay? The late bloomer. Let me see if I can find it. I want to refresh y'all's memory real quick on my... Oh, I don't need my W-9. What you doing that for? Man, I know it's there somewhere. Haha, there it is. All right. So, a dismissive avoidant. Where we go. All right. So, for a dismissive avoidant, I am hyper independent, avoids vulnerability. Matter of fact, this might be good. Let me see what's gonna pop up here though. I'm gonna just put it on screen so everybody can actually see what I'm talking about. Not talking about that just yet. Preview, that's what I want. Let's move me over here for a second. All right. So for me, I'm a hyper independent, avoids vulnerability. Make that a little bit bigger for those of you who might be on your phones. All right, maybe slow to text back or make plans. Oh my God, that is so me. Easily suffocated, fears commitment. Relationships are a low priority. May feel like it's an admirable quality to not want a relationship. Only focuses on their needs and not their wants. Yep, all day long. Has blunted emotions, tend to focus more on their career, partially because money will never hurt them. Partially because they think if they're ambitious, they'll get the love and recognition they deep. Boy, sir, can you stay out of my business? Why am I in my business today? Oh, man. Yeah, that is definitely me. That is definitely me to a key. If you're secure, I just read them all. Shoot. If you're secure, you're capable of sending and receiving healthy expressions of intimacy. This is where we want to get to. This is the standard. Enjoys alone time and partner time. Has a positive view of relationships. Healthy interdependence. Relationships mostly feel like zen, peace, and harmony. If you're anxious, preoccupied, you're clingy, you're needy, jealous, or possessive, needs frequent validations, and can text frequently to remind you that they exist. Hey, sir, I'm still here. Worried that they're not really loved, codependent, feel like others are responsible for their emotions, and that they're responsible for others' emotions, can have a love addiction. Think I better let it go, let it go. Looks like another love TKO. All right, fearful, avoidant. Swings back and forth between dismissive and anxious, wants closeness but is scared, cycles between people pushing away and then pulling them close. I keep thinking of Scissor. I keep thinking of Scissor for whatever reason. All right, constantly expects the worst in relationships, common in those with or raised by someone with borderline personality disorder. Tragic thing. Can often be sexually promiscuous, but in some cases avoid sex altogether. Hypervigilant on picking up cues from others, can seem to mind read. They got that intuition. We call it intuition. In a relationship, they tend to act like the opposite of the other person's attachment style. Did I miss anything? Nope. That is it. All right. So those are the attachment styles. Once again, that was just a quick review of them. And because I am a dismissive avoidant, my focus has always been on the career more than the relationships, until a relationship that really mattered to me challenged me. That was a relationship with my son, my firstborn, because he had the cojones enough to tell me, I don't want you to be my dad. I want this man over here to be my dad. And that, I know I keep saying that, but that changed me, y'all. That made me get out of my own way. That made me want to. Oh, Monique, it's all good. It is all good. We all find ourselves in some of those things, but that's why we do what we do, because the more we recognize it, the easier it is to make adjustments. And I would focus so much more on doing things because, money won't hurt me. I'm not going to let myself down. So I clung to myself a lot. I feared the commitment, letting other people in. Text back, I'll get back to you. Now, today, I may do that, but it's not on purpose today. Today, I have so many things happening. Yesterday, at 10 o'clock, I was on the job in this city. At 2 o'clock, I was at a job at another city. And at 4:30, I was at a job at another city. And I didn't get home last night till 10, and then I had to work another hour before I laid down. So that's just my life. So if I don't text you back immediately now, it's just probably because I just didn't pick up the phone. I didn't see the text come through, because my phone, it don't ring, it don't vibrate. It's on constant mute all the time because I'm always in meetings. And I can't be doing live productions and my phone going off or vibrating on the desk. Randy said, the girl or guy that is below average until college or after maybe looks Athleticism or socially? What? Not sure I get that. But thank you for dropping it in the chat because I'm taking me back to the late bloomer comment. A late bloomer is basically a person who fulfills their potential later than expected. A person that fulfills their potential later than expected. That is pretty much what a late bloomer is. And so it could be from puberty, young lady may not get her cycle till she's 16. That's, later than expected. She's a late bloomer. This is what Randy's trying to say. You in high school, you still had the braces and the freckles and what was it? Bad Boys, Mike Lowry, when Martin showed his yearbook picture, when he had the braces and the pimples all over his face. But then when you see him as a full-grown adult, he's like, oh, he was a late bloomer. I didn't even recognize you in school. I didn't even recognize you. Hey, big head. I always had a crush on you. When you hear that, somebody is considering you a late bloomer. Hey, big head. I always had a crush on you. I just never had the time to say it. You always doing so much. Whatever. You just didn't recognize. You didn't appreciate me for who I was back then. What I'm talking about this morning is the late bloomer in life. I think a few people said that they felt like late bloomers and Monique said, all my life late bloomer. I keep forgetting, Monique, it's right. You was the quiet, shy church girl, quiet as a church mouse. I get it. I remember. Yeah. Case of, yep, I consider myself one. Bobby, I know you was a late bloomer. I know, baby. I know you was a late bloomer, boo. I know. Who am I lying? I think Bobby Ed and Toronto Riggins, I think they were fast friends before they even knew each other. Oh, yeah, because they both about that action, boy. Put them paws up. That chick says, that was me after prom. The tomboy put on the dress, and it was another story. Hey. She is the one. Hey. That's how it be. People get used to seeing you a certain way, and then when you come into your full essence, they're just like, wait a minute. Hey, ladies, what's the eyes for? I'm just saying. Both of y'all give me the vibe that y'all always been confident, that y'all always been protectors, that y'all always been able to speak your mind, that you guys have always been pretty self-sufficient. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's get back to me then. And so after all that mess happened with my son being born, the church happening, me losing it, I told y'all this was a tragic, not a tragic. Okay, I ain't gonna put your business out there like that. But if you read the chat, that's crazy. D-Rob said, that's crazy. A girl told me no to prom. I had braces and chubby. After high school, I got them off and hit the weight room. She shot a shot. Bowling. That's how it be, bro. That's how it is. Straight stiff arm, all of them. You don't know me in my baggy clothes. You didn't see me in my fitting dress. Oh, man. But that's how it is, man. So I think we all have, and I won't say we all, because some of us, we have these elevated expectations. And so we're actually not really late blooming. We're actually on time. It's just that we are doing what? Comparing our lives to somebody else's. We're comparing our journey to someone else's. And I got so bad with it one time. This is how I know it was a fear. I would see people in my peer group somebody like Diddy. Diddy is not too much older than me. I would say somebody like Dre or Cube. I would look at entertainers and see what they were and then judge myself based on their success. You know how stupid that is? Comparing yourself to somebody who you don't know, somebody who may have a similar background, but in a different geography, a different arc. It is asinine. Now, if you want to compare yourself to a sibling, maybe I see it. Maybe a schoolmate, maybe I get it. But I was comparing myself to people I didn't know. I didn't know their story. I just saw their success, and I thought I should be doing that. I should be doing that. Because going back again, as a dismissive avoidant, I'm hyper independent. I'm only focused on my needs, not my wants. I may feel like it's an admirable quality to not want to be in a relationship. But my problem was I was in relationships. I've been married since I was 21. Yeah. Got a whole family. But I'm expected to have the same results as the single guy who's living a playboy lifestyle and works 23 and a half hours a day and parties and partying and everything else. I can't compare apples to oranges. Dang, Mr. Hyde got me. Randy, Mr. Hyde finally got me, bruh. You can't compare apples and oranges. I get it now. Bruh. Y'all know how many years I stayed in Algebra 1? Look, it's so bad. My mind just couldn't comprehend Algebra 1. For what reason? I don't know. I got an A in chemistry. How do you get an A in chemistry but fail Algebra 1? A in English, A in science. But how do you get A's in everything but Algebra 1? Because I didn't understand the concept of mixing apples and oranges. That's wild. I know that yo like, bruh. She like, bruh, come on. Bruh. It was wild. But yo, I finally got it. I'm comparing somebody else's life who has nothing in common with me, don't know my history, my background. I don't know theirs. Because this was before social media, so you can peer into people's lives. And I'm holding myself to the same standard that they're setting, instead of setting my own standard and reaching toward it. That was the wildest thing that I used to do. Or if I perceived someone would have greater success. And so I would work hard. I would be hyper vigilant. There you go again. I would be hyper vigilant about doing these things. And a funny thing started to happen. I was accomplishing more things. I was getting a lot of things done. I was checking off a lot of boxes, but I wasn't getting traction. Can anybody tell me why I wasn't getting traction? Why wasn't I getting any traction? Why wasn't I seeing the success that I thought I should have been seeing? Anybody got any ideas? What was it that was holding me back? T. Rob said chemistry, boo. What was it that was holding me back? I'm going to school. I'm tiptoeing into corporate America at the same time. I'm raising a family. I'm helping run a ministry. I'm in the gym every morning at 6 a.m. I got a side hustle going on, a little multi-level marketing business. Can anybody tell me what was my problem? What was holding me up? And to some extent, it's still an Achilles heel for me today. Although I'm getting closer and closer to working it out, to figuring it out. Nobody has any idea? I never stayed with one thing long enough. I was doing too many things that didn't relate to each other. My energy was dispersed all over the place. And so by the time I came home to my family, I wasn't really happy. I was grumpy. I was grouchy. And because I'm a dismissive avoidant, I wasn't chipper when I walked into the door. My energy is a little bit more reserved. And if you already have low energy, and then once you're tired, once you're frustrated, you're not that fun to be around. And sometimes it comes out in sarcasm. Sometimes it comes out in anger, cattiness. So I'm talking about me today. I know y'all cannot relate to anything that I'm saying, but I want you to try to understand. I want you to understand that how I first learned, how I learned to process things, has followed me every step of my life. And it has been either the catalyst or the hindrance to me getting the things that I want or desire to have. Can anybody relate? Put a 1 in the chat if you can relate. If you can kind of see those dots, those connections forming. Let me know. Monique says, definitely can relate. Definitely can relate. Cool. All right, Mo. Thank you for riding with your boy. At least I'm not by myself on this one. Because I was like, oh, man. Okay, Datcha, yo, coming in with the one. All right. So, if you can relate to what I'm saying, we're going to talk about something today that I think we all know, but I think we all need that friendly reminder. And since it is the last show of the week, I want to have a conversation about it because I'm still checking and I want to make sure everybody is good because I know we unearthing some feelings right now. We stepping on some triggers right now. So I want to make sure everybody is good. So I want to do it as lighthearted as possible. Now, just imagine for a second. We all know that from the moment we're born, we're racing toward our last breath. And I'm not trying to be morbid, but it's a fact. Nobody knows the day, the time, or how we're going to check out. I think if we knew that, we couldn't live life because we'd be terrified and we'd be watching the clock and marking off the calendars and just not enjoying our lives. With the same being said, if we knew at 20 how our life was going to end up, I don't think we would enjoy life because we spend so much time trying to get to a place that we probably would never get there. But I want you to imagine. Has anybody played, put a 1 in the chat if you ever played the lottery or you did any scratch off tickets or whatever. Has anybody ever done that? Is it only my mom? Sorry, Mom. But I probably my mama, she got a thing for them scratch offs. She don't really play the lottery too tough, but she loved them scratch offs. Okay, all right. She loves them scratch offs. And the thing about it, we sat in the car one day. I was in town and I called her and just so happened, she said, I'm at the store down the street. So I pulled up at the store parking lot. We sitting in the car just talking. And as I'm talking, she got this coin. And I'm going to just pick up this little card holder, right? And she has this little thing and she just, as we talking, yeah, because I was telling her, you know what the pastor said on Sunday? I'm like, what did he say, Mama? Oh, he was talking about, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, I want 50 on that one. Pick up the next one. And we were just talking. For 2 hours, we sat in the car. She would scratch off some. Once she went a certain amount, she'd go in the store. and she cash it in, and then she buy more tickets. Toronto Riggins said, still do. Now I'm telling you, y'all got to see her, man. She got this special coin. It's like, it's probably about as big as this, maybe a little bit bigger. And she just be scratching, just scratching, just scratching. And the shavings be everywhere. I can always tell where she done sat too long in the house, because I see little shavings on the floor, on the table. But anyway, I said, Mama, I said, you winning, but you keep taking it back in there and you losing it. She was like, son, I just do this because I just enjoy doing it. She was like, it's just like life. One day you gonna hit. You gotta keep playing until you do, though, and you gotta be willing to take the loss. And so that was a message right there. That's the whole fight. She taught me something, didn't even realize she was teaching me something in that moment. And so let me ask this question. What if there was a date that we all got hanging over our heads? The date she got hanging over her head. And not her, just everybody. And that day was the day. Triple Diamonds. Okay, that's your favorite one? Is it Triple Diamonds? I've seen that one. But anyway. And there was a date, we call it a success date. Let's say you had a success date for June 17th, 2024. Now, you don't know this date. It's the date that's etched in the ether. When things are going to break your way. When the opportunity that you've been looking for is going to come. Yeah, man, she dropping gems, yeah. She do all the time. And I haven't figured out yet if she accidentally dropping these gems or she doing it intentional. I don't know which one yet. Hey, June 17th is Black Skin B-Day. Matter of fact, y'all tell Black Skin I say what's up. Tell her I said what's up. I hadn't seen her in a minute. I know she got that crazy work schedule though. Long as she ain't froze to death in that doggone freezer. But anyway, that success day. You got a success day. And everything that you've been working toward, every idea that you've ever had or everything that you've wanted to accomplish is going to happen on that day. You don't know what led up to it. You don't know when it was going to be, but we all have a success date. So what happens when we get to that day and we haven't accomplished something that would have made that possible? Hold on, let me restate that. There are some people walking around right now who have passed their success date. And not because they didn't want the success, but they failed to do one thing. They failed to control what they could control. They failed to control what they could control. And talking about getting past your fears and talking about accomplishing things that you've wanted to accomplish, identifying those fears, challenging the negative thoughts, visualizing successes, and taking the small steps. After that, after the therapy, after the personal development, after the coaching, the next thing is controlling what you can control. If you know you want A, B, C, you know you make the list, right? You create the activities and you go do it. If you know you want to have a degree in, Randy, what's your degree in? Computer science? If you know you want to be in computers or something of that caliber, then you can go do it and learn on the job. But life has taught us already that if you have that degree behind your name, you get indoors faster. You'll qualify for more money. That's a barrier to entry into that game, into that lane. Now, sure, you can graduate high school, you can go and do A, B, and C, but you may not be as attractive in a competitive market with somebody who has the degree. Comp sci, there you go. And Randy knows this. We used to talk about this all the time, and I tell him how proud I was of him. Because Randy did some things, and not to put your business out there, I ain't gonna put. I'm gonna keep it shallow. Randy did some things. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use your story, bro. Bear with me. Me and Randy, like I said, we go back. We day ones, right? Randy graduates from he goes to some little school. Got the little puppy dog. That's the mascot. I keep forgetting the name. It's not very popular, but what's that school? They got a great homecoming. What's the name of the school that got the good homecoming? Y'all know? Oh, A&T, North Carolina A&T. That's what it was. That little school in Greensboro. That's where Randy went. I think he got a good education though. Shout out to my Aggies. Oh man, but anyway, I'm in the military. I just come back. We graduated at the same time. Randy goes off to college. I go off to the military, and I'm in training for a year. Then I go overseas for another year. And when I come back, Randy's in his junior year. And it just so happened I'm stationed at Fort Bragg. So I'm in Fayetteville. He's in Greensboro. So on the weekends, I'm coming down to party. I'm coming down to have a good time, getting away from the military space and getting to the college space. So I had the college experience without having to go to college. I had the fun parts of the college experience. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'm talking about no Aggie pride, but, Eagle pride. But anyway, so Randy is going on internships, back-to-back internships. He's staying for months at a time. He's going with these big name companies in their internship programs. And I'm watching them, and I'm just like, yo, why they? Because I got some other friends who ain't doing what Randy's doing. But Randy's going out in the world. Matter of fact, I had to drive. Man, this man's falling asleep on me. I'm trying to drive this. We trying to drive from here to Delaware for one job. And this man get behind the wheel. And he drive for like 30 minutes and be like, hey, bro, if you want to live, you better get up and drive. We go back. We have a lot of incidents like that. But I'm literally going with him to these internships and these interviews, and I'm watching the steps that he's putting in. He's checking all these boxes. But I got other friends who aren't doing that. They just going to school graduating. And so when Randy graduates from college, he goes into probably one of the highest paying starting positions that most people will go into. I know people that don't make today what Randy started making. My bad, bro. I mean to put your business out there. But it's a point of pride. We're talking about personal development. Randy controlled what he could control. He got the checklist. Randy, if you do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, you will have certain results. Taekwon, if you do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, you have certain results. Randy did A through G. Taekwon did A, B, and C. Taekwon, fictitious numbers I'm throwing out here. In my field, mass communications. When I went to school, now I didn't go to school to go be a journalist per se. I went to school because I like doing this kind of work, and I knew I've always had an entrepreneurial mind, and I was going to do something different with it. But had I went for the job, I wouldn't have done it, because when I looked it up, it says that if Jamon graduates college with a mass communications degree, Jamon's probably going to make about $23,000 a year, maybe 29, starting somewhere. So what Jamon will have to do is Jamon will have to go work somewhere at a little station in Wyoming Some little station in Wyoming, and then go to South Dakota from there, and then go down to Mississippi from there. Then maybe I can get into Arkansas. And by the time I get around to Durham, North Carolina, I might be making about $89,000, $90,000 a year. But I've been doing it for 10 years. Busted my butt for 10 years. But when there's other careers that start out in the 50, 60, 70, 80, they start there. So what am I saying? Life is about controlling what you can control. It's about knowing what you want to do and then going ahead, creating a plan for it, and actually doing it. I think the problem that most of us have is that fear, it creeps in. Randy said, I'm going to let you have that driving story, but we both know how that went. Oh, man. Okay, I can't do my boy like that. No, he called me to say, hey, bro, could you help me? I'm trying to get up here. I'm going up here. I think I was only going for the weekend or something. What was it? I forget exactly what it was. But he was like, hey, bro, can you ride? Because I'm a driver. I'm driving all over the place. I'm an actual adult because I'm in the military. I'm a full-grown man at the time, right? So he called me and said, hey, bro, I need you to help me get up here. I'm tired, bro. I said, I got you, dog. I got you. Bruh, we make this pit stop. I can't even tell you what the pit stop was, but we make a pit stop, and I'm doing something I probably shouldn't be doing. It involves a young lady, and I'm going to just leave it at that. Oh, man. We get on the road late. We get down the road. I'm driving. And we are literally 10 minutes from the state border. 10 minutes from the state border. And by the time we got to the border, I'm just like, bruh, I have no energy left. I need you. Overnight stay. That's what it was in Delaware. I have no energy left. If you don't want to die, you may want to take over. Man, the look of disappointment he shot me, I still see those eyes. He was looking like, and y'all know my attachment style. I don't like to let people down. But I didn't. Because had I drove, we both would have died. Because I was going to go. My body was done. I had worked all day. I had put in energy driving just to get to that point. Then I put in more energy when we got to where we kind of parlayed for a few minutes. And now I'm driving? Oh, I just didn't have it. Normally I would have, but I don't know what happened. Maybe we had a lot of PT that week. I don't know what it was. But your boy, I just did, my sea legs was gone. And I would wake up, momentarily because my subconscious mind wouldn't let me rest well. And I would look at him driving, and I could see him over there, both hands on the wheel. He rolling the window down. He turned the music up, and he's trying to get into his vibe. But I'm just like, I feel so bad. But I couldn't help him. So if I've never said it, I apologize from the bottom of my heart, guy. Thank you for still messing with your boy after all these years. Shout out to my guy, Randy, man. Hey, I was just all over the place. I can tell y'all some dumb stories. But anyway, I won't do that. Fear. Think of fear like a disease. Think of fear. Oh, man, no comment. You my guy. Thanks for being a ride or die, literally. Hey, bro. Whew. Okay. Oh, man. I'm starting to think I really wasn't that good a friend once upon a time. I ain't going to tell you about... Oh, no. Okay, no. Anyway, let's think of fear as a disease. My name is Dr. Glover, and I'm diagnosing you with fear. And some of the side effects of having fear is a fragile ego, persistent fight or flight syndrome, depression, small levels of depression. Also, finger pointing. You like to blame others. That's enough. Those are the symptoms of depression. Of fear. And so the prescription would be activity. The prescription would be activity. One of the things that I like to talk about, or I learned in therapy, I thought it was dumb when I first heard it, was mindfulness. I think I told y'all this. Mindfulness. When you're in a moment and you realize you're having some kind of anxiety, you're having some kind of fear, you feel like you're going through some kind of depression, and you're not feeling well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to imagine that you're talking to a child. And you're talking to a 3-year-old. And that 3-year-old understands, but still figuring out some things, like how they feel. So you want to look at yourself that way. You want to stop and you want to notice the feeling. Okay, I feel anxious right now. Why do I feel anxious right now? My feet feel okay. And literally scan up your body. My feet feel fine. My legs fine. My arms are fine. Oh, wait a minute. My hands are tingling. Why is my fingers tingling? Mindfulness. You're getting centered on you in this particular moment. And then you begin to notice things. My head is hurting a little bit. Why is my head hurting? What's going on? What am I feeling right now? I'm feeling anxious. What is happening in my body right now? That's the mindfulness. And then once you feel that, once you recognize what's actually happening to you, now that deep breathing, that meditation, that affirmation, that gratitude, this is where all that comes to play. Okay, I'm calm. I'm taking deep breaths. I'm gonna count backwards from 10. Because now all this can happen in a matter of 30 seconds. You ain't gotta be making a show out of it. You ain't gotta run off to your quiet secret place to do it. You could do it sitting in the front seat of your car. You can do it as you're walking down the aisle in the grocery store, holding on to the shopping cart. Controlling what you can control. You don't know why you're feeling what you're feeling. But in this moment, I am going to choose. I'm going to control what I can control, and that is how I feel. I'm going to do some deep breathing. I'm going to relax. I'm going to get out of my car. I'm going to take a walk around this parking lot, get my blood pumping. I'm going to control what I can control. Because when you don't control what you can control, random things happen. Randomness happens. Distractions come in. Randy went to school. He did his internships. He did his extra credit work. He joined clubs and organizations and things that would further him along. When person over here, they just went to class and graduated. And so now when they graduate, they're out there looking for a job. They're sending resumes out to 5,000 companies and getting 2 interviews. But Randy has companies calling him because he's already interned with them. They've already seen the proof be in the pudding. Control what you can control, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your health, your personal body, your family. Seek the support of the community around you. Let them know that you have this anxiety, you have this fear, you have this thing. Let them know that you need support. Because the most insidious thing fear does, fear makes you isolate yourself from others. Fear makes you hide. Fear makes you shrink. It makes you play small. Fear makes you drift. And you remember we talked about drifting. When you start to drift, any wind blows, it's taking you off course. And no telling where you're going to end up. That's what fear does. So when I say fear is like a disease, I truly mean it is like a disease. It will cripple you if you don't get treatment for it. And the treatment is all natural. It's just activity. It's action. Now, I'm not talking about danger. I'm talking about fear. If there's a fear that you may lose your life going 140, yes, that's danger. And that's a different kind of fear. If you see a wild animal on your path and you're going to be bold enough to go and walk past it, you might want to go the other way if you ain't ready. My faith is going to keep me safe. Okay, your faith might be stronger than mine in this moment. I'll admit it. Because I believe my faith tells me I have common sense. I'm not really ready to go toe to toe with a mountain lion. His weapons are different than mine. I don't have claws. I don't have fangs. I can't climb trees. I don't run off quite as fast either. So the odds are not in my favor. I'm not going to go do that. You see, life is about controlling what you can control. You can't help what somebody else does, what somebody else says, how somebody else feels. You only control what you say, how you react, how you feel. And you choose to do that. So a lot of times we let ourselves fall off into this fear zone when all we had to do was start saying some affirmations. Start thinking about things we had to be grateful for. And then creating a new plan and take small steps, creating some momentum. Control what you can control. Control what you can control. I want to play something for y'all real quick.
I ask myself, what can I control? What can you control right now? The stuff that is beyond your control, let go and focus on the stuff you can
I feel like
control.
y'all hearing that.
There'll
Y'all
be
hearing
times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless. It is. I mean, you just put one foot in front of the other. You control what you
that? I'm
can't
gonna just let that
control.
rock for a few minutes.
And then you see what the outcome is.
Focus on what you can control. Focus on what you're getting, not what anyone else is getting. Whenever you get an opportunity, you take advantage of it. You treat it like it's the Super Bowl. You treat it like it's game day. Go out there and treat practice like no one else does.
Man, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna happen how it's gonna happen. You worrying about it ain't gonna change it.
Do you have a 30-second or less trick people can practice to increase their mental strength? If you're worried about a situation, then write everything down you're worried about. Then cross out the things you can't control and deal with the things you can.
I ask myself, what can I control? What
All right,
can you
Randy, be easy,
control
my guy.
right now? The stuff
Hit
that
you
is
up a little
beyond
later.
your control, let go and focus on the stuff you can control.
There'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be
Focus
successful or
on
not
what
is
you can
pointless.
control.
It is. I mean, you just put one foot in front of the other.
Y'all did hear that, right?
Control what you can't control. And then you see what the outcome is.
Focus on what you can control. Focus
Put a one in
on
the
what
chat
you're
here.
getting, not what
I'm just
anyone
letting
else
it play,
is
'cause
getting.
for some reason,
Whenever you
my
get an
ears are not
opportunity, you
working
take
right
advantage
now.
of it. You
I'm not
treat
sure
it like
why
it's
my
the
ears
Super
aren't
Bowl.
working.
You treat it like it's game day. Go out there and treat practice like no one else does.
Man, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna happen how it's gonna happen. You worrying about it ain't gonna change it.
Do you have a 30-second or less trick people can practice to increase their mental strength? If you're worried about a situation, then
But that's what life is. So D-Rod, whatever you're going through, bruh, there are some things in there that you can't control. Focus on those things. Control what you can control. You can't control how nobody responds, nobody reacts, what they do, what they say, how they feel. All you can do is control your actions. Half time you can't control your thoughts, and we struggle with thoughts. But when that negative thought comes, challenge it. but you still control the challenge. That is the one power that we have, is over ourselves. And the more we do that, the more we are able to the more we are able to command ourselves to do a thing and do that thing, the stronger our intestinal fortitude gets, our guts. The more guts we have, the bolder we become. Because we all do have a success date. We all have it. But that date is attached to those hours. So some people would have been as successful as they wanted to be, but they stopped controlling what they were supposed to control. They got busy doing something else and left this thing by the wayside. And now they don't have the energy to go back. Too much time has passed. So they go do something else. And now that clock resets. And they start all over again. And so even if you have missed the success date, you can start today doing more. Being intentional about where you're going, what you're doing, and learning how to be the best you can be at it. Getting competent, getting proficient, going into mastery. Life doesn't stand still. So every day, the focus must be controlling what you can control. And that's how you break free from fear. Action, activity, putting first things first. Life doesn't really play favorites. Life gives, life takes. Sometimes at the same time. We have no control over that. But we can control how we show up. We can control how we think, how we feel. Sometimes we choose to be offended. Sometimes we choose to play the victim. And as long as we're playing the victim, we're giving up control for manipulation. And we all know manipulations don't last. Manipulations don't win. They might win initially, but the place you have to go to be a manipulator, karma, bruh, it comes back. It always comes back. So control what you can control in this life. While you have time, while you have space and opportunity, control it. Check the boxes. Randy is one of the guys that I do look up to a lot. And not just because he's a little taller than me, but because he prides himself in doing things the best to his ability. He prides himself on adding value. He pays attention. And he's just a good all-around person. And I know other people who may have more accolades, they may do bigger and better things, but their heart is full of oil, it's full of vinegar. They're not good people. And they spend their whole life trying to control other people. And anytime, if you ever had put your child on punishment, you know, the sucky part about putting a child on punishment or whatever is you have to be there with them to make sure they doing it. And if you spend your life trying to control what other people do, it'll make you miserable. It'll make you bitter. It'll make you cynical. The only person we should be trying to control is us. You can't worry about what other people are doing. You just can't. You have to let them worry about them. Control what you can control. And let the rest, as they say, let the chips fall where they may. How is not our concern. What is our concern? The how is God's business. The how is God's business. And we spend so much time trying to figure out how we're going to make this happen, how we're going to do this. Just get busy doing what you're good at. Get busy doing the things that you love doing. Get busy doing the things that generate the most income in your family, in your life. The how, it'll show up. I'm a living witness to it. Things always work out, but especially if you're on your purpose. You can't let fear sidetrack you. You can't let fear stop you. It's okay to feel it. It's okay to take a step back. But then take control. Take control of what you need to take control of. And then take small steps, small activities, create some momentum, develop that muscle. And you will have the courage, the strength to endure whatever you need to. So, as we close out this week, I just want to say shout out, man. I want to shout out everybody that came through this morning and showed love. That chick, yo, that's my coffee mate. Toronto Riggins, D. Rob, Monique, Bobby, yeah, what's up, boo? Randy, K, Craig G on the road. Hey, I appreciate you, brick by brick. Hey, Ron, I know you out there, my guy. Just want to say thank you, man. I'm excited to be on this journey. Excited to be on this journey. Monique said, that's me. Shout out. And for everybody else that's passing through, we appreciate you stopping through. We appreciate your support. And we look forward to what's happening down the road, because a lot of things are happening down the road. All right, man. Getting ready to get up out of here. Hope all hearts and minds are clear. If not, hey, hit me up. Email me, DM me, hop in the, we got the private Facebook group, Morning Motivation. So there's plenty of ways to get in touch. And there are a lot of things that's going to be happening. So going to get up out of here. You guys have a great day. Health Talk, my guy. No matter what, y'all live life to the fullest. Make good choices today. Control what you can control and let the rest go. Let it go. And you'll find life to be sweeter. Peace.